see if we can get you guys back. I don't know what the issue was. Everything was going wonderfully. And everybody said theirs was frozen. Everything was flowing for me. Great. But so I stopped and I have started again. And hopefully we can splice the two together. We'll see. I will wait and see if you guys are back with me again. Not sure how that works when you stop and start again. But we are in the middle, right smack in the middle of making this cute little box. So I'll just ink some edges while I wait and see if you guys come back. Welcome back. Okay. Yay. Let's see. Hey, Belinda. Okay, welcome back. All right, you guys let me know if that happens again. Everything looked good on my end. Found me. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you didn't miss much. I just glued the whole thing shut and I glued the bottom. So I put in the side flaps, the back and the front flaps. I got bumped off of Facebook, couldn't find it again. Okay, we're back. All right, well, cross your fingers. Maybe we'll be okay. Okay, so here we are. It's pretty much almost done. Now, the only thing that I do here, I do not put like a hard score here. I just do sort of a soft pinch and hold on to that, and then this comes down like so. You can see me now, and I'm on YouTube now. Oh, whatever. I have no idea. Whatever. Okay, I got my crocodile here. Since I had the spinner wheel, it seemed internet connection was lost on your end. Glad you're back. Okay, I don't know. Everything seemed to be flowing just fine. I was seeing all of you guys say you were frozen, but I think we're good. So I'm going to just go. All right, so I've pinched the sides. I put my flap closed. I'm going to just fold on tight and get my little crocodile here with the bigger hole, which is plugged up with stuff. And you can measure and mark and make this all perfect, but I'm going to eyeball just for sake of time. Will you ever make gift bag or gift box dies in different sizes? Well, that's a good question. We shall see. You know, we always love those ideas, so it's great when you bring them up because it gets us thinking. Okay, so I just punched 2 holes all the way through, all the layers, okay? So now we're going to dress those holes up a little bit with some hole reinforcements, just regular circles. I'm going to use some green ones, and let's see, 228, yep. I'll layer up some red ones that are smaller on top of the green ones. And then I've also got a lace border here that's these cute little hearts. That's part of that lace, heart, and doily set. Okay, yeah, everybody's back. I'm back. We're even on YouTube now. I don't know. I'm just glad to be back. Okay, glue. So I am going to put, and you could put as many of these as you want. I'm going to put hole reinforcements on the front and the back because that's all you really see when it's tied closed. You could put them here. You could put them in there, wherever you want. I'm just going to do the front and the back. So just some green cardstock that coordinates with my paper for these bigger circles. And this just makes it look pretty. You don't have to do this, but I like to. Uh-oh, this live keeps cutting out. Is it doing it again, y'all? Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, comment. Are we good? Are you cutting out again? Hopefully we're all good. Before the live started, I was ironing ribbon. I got this great, oh, it's good now? Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay. I got this great ribbon from my friend, Diane Prince. When this paper collection first came out, she sent me her samples and she sent me some really pretty ribbon I'll show you that matches this collection so perfectly. And I feel like it's okay to mention it because we don't carry ribbon. So I'll show that to you in just a moment. My new collection, somebody said, what new collection? Well, Romantic Revival. That's what I'm using right here. Which just came out, what, two weeks ago? When were we in Banff? I don't know. Everything's a blur to me right now. It just is. That ribbon is darling. Yeah, you will see those ribbons match perfectly when I get those out here. But I was ironing with my little hair straightener. Another viewer told me that this is great, and that's what they use for crafts. I have a bigger hair straightener, but this one is teeny, like a little travel size. And I was ironing all my ribbons right before I went live. October 22nd. Oh, you're answering when the release came out? Oh, so that's how long it's been. Thank you, Dee. Yes, indeed. Been a little bit going on since Banff. And I don't know about the rest of you that were in Banff. I still have stuff over here on the floor I got to put away. All my ATCs are in a cute little tin, but I need to put them away somewhere instead of just on the floor. I have papers I have to put away. I have David's new set I have to get onto magnet sheets. Okay, so that's kind of cute just to put double there, and that makes it nice and strong and reinforced. Okay, and then I like to decorate the flap usually. And see, that's that same die I'm about to put on here, only this time I cut it out of the red paper that has the pink stripes on the back. And everybody at Banff had some of these for the little album that we made. And all those little hearts that pop out of the die when you cut it are great to save. And I put them in a little cup. And so people were coming up and getting some little hearts to pop back into the holes, which is what I did in my album. And of course they wanted to do that when they saw how that looked. So you can always do that, or you can just use it without the hearts inside at all. Thank you, Dee. I appreciate that so much. Yosette has a lot to put away, I bet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, unpacking. Renee just finished unpacking, but not put away. Yeah. Everyday memories. Yes, that's the new coming out. Coming. Very excited. Can't wait. All right, so I want to re-round that corner. Let's see. Can I do it? Yep. Just to keep it rounded and pretty, and then we'll ink the edge. Banff looked like so much fun. Joseph, you need to come, son. You would have a great time, and it is beautiful, of course. Okay, so there is that. Now, you might be tempted to decorate this with this flap out of the way like that, but I recommend not to do it that way because you need to know how much space you have to work in, because once you close that flap, you know, it eats into your space a little bit, of course. So I'm going to use, let's see, here's the ribbons. They're from Crafter's Companion, and they're like that same deep green, kind of a golden tan, and then a burgundy red. And so there's the green and the red. And for this one, I think I'll use the red. Here's the tan one over here. These are what I was ironing earlier. But they're great. And of course, they put them in here on a card, and they wrap it around, and you get all those dents in your ribbon. So that's why I had to iron them. Okay, so I would put the ribbon in now. Come in from the back. Use your tweezer to push those through. I'm really hoping I have time. I know you want sneak peeks. I'm going to do that, but I want to make 2 more bags. I have the bags ready. I just want to decorate 2 more for you. And they're pretty simple, so I think we can do it. Okay, so the magnets again, hold that down because I don't have any friends to hold it for me right now. And something about tying it. When we should meet you, or you should visit. Oh, Joseph, you're going to Banff in 2026. Okay. All right, you need to do that. I was going to say, by doing this ribbon upside down, like the whole situation upside down, usually it's not going to work now because I just said that. Usually that makes my bows turn out better. Let's just do it this way. And we don't have to fuss with the bow too much right now, but let's get that tied so that can hold our little flap and see how much room we have. And I'll trim that later and all that stuff. Okay, so that's how much room we have to decorate. And I have a plan over here. So if you notice, I have all these things fussy cut, right? But they're all from one thing, and I'll show you. This big cut apart page, it's the back of the packaging. Here it is. See how wide it is? There's no way that whole thing was going to work on here. So I just cut it all apart. And we're going to mount everything onto one of these cut aparts, also from the paper. So I picked this one, and we're going to glue all this stuff down on here and get it closer together and smaller so it works for our bag. If you tie a bow backwards, it helps lay flat too. Tie it backwards. Backwards as in what? I don't know what that means, Belinda. You'll have to explain. Okay, so see we have this flower here? We're going to cover that up. And we're going to go right to this little gingham border. Covers up most of that. I want to leave this a little open because I know something's going to go behind there in just a second. From my postage, let's see, what's it called? Postcard Parts stamp set. Postcard Parts number CS429. I stamped this Merry Christmas circle. And I got a couple of circle punches over here where I cut it out. And then I put some of that burgundy paper on the back, a little bit bigger circle. So we'll get this on. This is what's going to tuck under here. Kind of like so. Okay, and then I also stamped from that same stamp set the little postage stamp and the place postage here, and I colored it with a little green Olo marker, YG 8.5. But before I get this down, I want to put this down, and that's going to go right here. All of these things are from that same sheet. So fussy cut fans out there, I'm your girl. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here. Thank you, Anita. Thanks, Erica. Hello, Karen. Maybe do search after the live, Annette. My directions would only confuse. Okay, Belinda, I'll do that. I will do that. Yeah, Julie says, I always tie upside down. I thought that was because I was left-handed. No, usually that kind of works somehow. I don't know how, but it does. All right, I do have this holly that I want to include, so we'll do that next. I don't think this will get in the way of our other thing. And that'll go up in this corner, and we can have that hang off a little just so we don't put it way over onto Santa's hat there. Okay, thanks, Robin. All little details really add to the project, says Gail. Thank you very much. There are ways around things, you know. You always have to kind of look and find your way. For this, before I put this down, I do want to use this little squiggly stamp, the little postage squiggles, whatever we call those. You know, just 'cause. So I am going to use just some gray ink. This is VersaFine Clair Morning Mist. And I'm going to take it down here where you can't see it so much so I don't get ink all over this part of my table. And I'm just going to do a little squiggly, I mean, you know, you don't need it, but it's cute, right? Okay. All right, so we can get the rest of this on here. This I want to tuck back here. So let's see if I have enough space to do so. It could go on top. It doesn't look bad on top. I think I planned to put it underneath, but I didn't leave enough room under my poinsettia, so we're just going to put it on top. Doesn't matter. Just kind of do that. And then we have Season's Greetings, which is also from that same cut apart. If it's cute, you need it in my book. Well, that's what we like to hear. So I'm going to put this coming off the edge just a tiny bit. And let's see if that's straight. That looks pretty good. Okay, cool. Instant embellishment, ready to go right on the front of our box bag. Let's see. I want to use something maybe a little bit stronger this time. So I'm going to grab my 3-in-1 glue. Somebody's on the lookout for the dates. Probably you guys are talking about Banff already for next time. Let me tell you, if you can go, really try to go. You know, it's I've done many retreats. I've attended retreats. And ECD just knows how to put on a good show. Let me tell you, we had such fun. It had such a strong family feel this time. It was just really special. The team, we all had a blast. The students were amazing. The classes were amazing. It was just really great. So if you can make it, it would be great. You would not regret it. Okay, so I'm going to get in here now and get my hand in there to help that press down really well. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like hearing my thought process. Thank you so much, Nicole. Debbie, you can go, she says. Debbie, I want to go next year. My son lives in Alberta. Oh, okay, different Debbie. Karen, you're going to be on my crafting cruise in October. Sweet. Oh, that's going to be fun because that's in New England in the fall. That'll be amazing. Okay, so that is bag number 1. I'll fiddle with all these ribbons and things later, but there's bag number 1. Super cute. In there, socks, a tie. This could be a good man one. Candy, chocolate, toffee, Liz. Liz did a very cute gift box, holiday gift box the other day. And she said she was going to put toffee in it, or she was about to go make toffee. The classes were over the top for sure, and everyone was so nice. Diane says, yes, it was so fun, so great. It's like a reunion. It really is. Okay, I do have a little picture. I do these little cheat sheets, just so you guys know, because I don't want to forget what I'm doing. All right, so bag number 2. These papers, this border strip, this lovely paper, and then this flap here with this different lace border. So completely different look, still very kind of Christmassy, super fun. All right, so here's all my goodies for that one. This is the ribbon I'll use for that one, and I guess I'll put them on there, the ribbon on there to hold that down like I did before, because that really does help. You could draw a little pencil line if you didn't want to fuss with all this tying off and stuff right now. I'm just going to take a second to do it. When will the next Banff date tickets be for sale? It says Andrew. Well, Els, you're here. I don't know the answer to that. All I can say is, and we tell this to everyone, just make sure you're on the email list from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, you're following the Facebook page, all that stuff, and you won't miss it. I'm not sure when the announcement will come exactly, but as long as you're signed up for those things, you will not miss the announcement, and you'll have plenty of time to get in, hopefully. All right. Let's see if I can get this to work this time. Okay, well, that's better. Okay. All right, we're going to decorate this guy. So what I have here is one of the arches from the Postage Arches and Keys new die set. Lots of arches there. I've used the smallest one. And then I have a little bow. I'm going to stamp this. That's also from the postcard parts. That little stamp. I just felt like it needed a little something on the top after I put everything together and made my plan. But the little bow comes from the envelopes and paper sack set, also new. So I have that, and then this was stamped from the postcard parts and the postcard parts. So there's all my little elements, and then this, of course, is a cut apart from that Christmas page. So I have it inked, everything's inked and ready to go, and I'm going to put right away my little circle up in the left corner. Actually, I'll put this down because I need to know where it's going to land, and I'll just keep some glue away from that one corner. And I didn't need to go all the way out to the edge, but that's okay, because I want to come way over here this time, like so, and get this guy underneath, like we did before. You can put it on top, but I kind of like the way that looks. Hope you agree. And then special delivery, we will put down in the bottom right corner. Still on the arch, like so. We do a retreat in Holland too again, says Nicole. Well, I don't know about that, but I will tell you a little secret. I am going to be at the big show in the Netherlands in March. I am so excited for that. You guys tell me, what's the name of that show? Little bits of leaves are so useful in this stamp set, says Diane. I agree. I love using those. Okay, so that was super duper easy. You could pop these things up with foam tape as well. But that one will go right on there. So I'll do that real quick since I have the 3-in-1 ready, which means I gotta, which big show? Els. Oh, Els says maybe Annette will come to the Netherlands. What's it called? What's it called, Els? It's the one where all the ECD designers are there and they do little demos and everybody's shopping. You guys tell me what that's called. I think it's okay that I told that. Maybe a bit more than just the show. Yes, yes. What is it called, Els? You tell me. Okay. All right, I'm going to put this down here. And, of course, untie it again to get my hand in there. Yeah, David, I'm really looking forward to it. Art event. Art event. Okay. 3-in-1 sticks better. It's strong. I really have a lot of faith in 3-in-1 when it comes to, you know, bulky things on something that might bow or move a little bit. You know, everybody knows what glues they like, so whatever works for you. I'm just kind of a fan favorite of the 3-in-1. It's super sticky. I use it for a lot of bookmaking stuff, and nothing has fallen apart on me yet. So I really like it. All right, do this the other way. No, Creativation, Anne, that's in the States. We're talking the Netherlands. Art event in Nijkerk. Nijkerk. Need my Rosetta Stone. Not expo. But I would love to go to another expo. Paul and I went and helped at the expo in Virginia this year. And we had a great time with Pierre and Diane. Okay, my bows need work. Real work. Okay, so there's two. Let's do one more real quick. Got 10 minutes and sneak peek, right? Which we are going to do for sure. Okay, these are my choices for my third bag. And this one I put a little lace trim at the bottom. And see. Did I have something planned for the top? Yes, yes, I did. Okay, this time we're going to go a little different. I did cut apart the Merry Christmas, and I put some more of that lace trim. That's that real skinny one with some green cardstock. That's going to go on the flap this time. And we got a little teacup and another little stamped circle. And I guess I will use the green ribbon. Was that what was left? Yes, wherever that ended up, I'll use the green ribbon on this one. So I'm going to get this on here first. And that fits just perfectly right there. We could also put some clips. Ooh, that's better than the ribbon at this point. Ah, sneak peek, sneak peek. Yes, Sandra, of course, you better come over and say hi to me if I'm there. Absolutely. Sandra was at the retreat last year. It would be great to see you again. Yeah. Oh, you've never been there before. Oh, okay. Well, look at my clips are in the way. Well, that didn't work. Okay. I'm having fun, you guys. Trust me. I'm just kind of giddy over here. It's been quite a day. Sneak peek. If they do it in Virginia again, that one's very doable, Andrew, because it's like a 7-hour drive for me. And we just kind of made a little trip out of it, Paul and I. Okay, now I can put the clips to do the decorating. Okay, so we have teacup, which I've already kind of assembled because I knew I was going to run low on time. And I took a very soft pink marker. This is this paper, but on the other side is this pink kind of mulberry look. And I took a pink marker and just kind of shaded in certain places. Very, very, very subtle. And then I cut this piece that's part of the die from this pretty paper, which has that on the back. So I'm going to glue that to my teacup. Not with that. I seem excited and happy. Yeah, I am. I'm glad it shows. I definitely am. All right. Just make sure this guy's not plugged up. It's because I didn't put my cap on my art glitter glue bottle, and that's why I like using this guy. Because you don't have to keep putting the little tip back in. Just stand it up in the stand there. Okay, let's get this down. If it's possible, I will come also, Nicole says. Oh, well, that would be great. Love to meet you. That would be really great. Okay, so this just goes right in here. And, you know, you saw it. It could be fine without this, but I just wanted to add one more layer to it. It looks pretty. Let's get it on straight. And then we have one of the small doilies, which I'm going to put this right on it. And we don't need glue over the whole thing, just enough to get it on there. And put it right about there, I think. Okay. I do have the steam. I don't know if I need it. And I fussy cut out the 25. It's in a square on the cut apart sheet. I have this little mint leaves. I think that's what they are from the tea set. This is from, did I mention it already? Tea Time. There's the little leaves there and the steam. So let's go right to the bag for this one because a lot of this work is also landing on the bag. So we'll get this down first. Thanks, Diane. You like the teacup so much. Yeah. Thank you. I tend to go to it a lot, so I guess I like it too quite a bit. It's a favorite. I'm going to be doing the live for Creative Scrapbooker magazine next, whenever the 14th is, so I guess that's a week from today. And I'm going to use the Through the Window set, I think. That's the plan anyway. I want to try to make a tunnel card. I've never made a tunnel card. And I have a little practice one going behind me. I tried out yesterday and it was turning out pretty cool. Okay, last bit of details and then we get the sneak peek. So I'm going to glue my 25 down here at the bottom, I think. Yep. See, I'm just using art glitter glue for some of this stuff, so it really doesn't matter too much on your glue. And of course, I will make those bows all pretty when I'm finished. And I'll take a really nice picture so you guys can see how they all look all together. Yes, don't forget, last second, don't forget to like, comment, and share. All right, so my idea here is just to put my little circle here. And just to make sure I don't get up too far, I'm going to do this again. My clips. I don't think I'm going to use the steam. I don't think I need it. But you know what would be great inside of this bag, of course, is a wonderful little gift set of, you know, like for your tea-loving friend or family member. Some really nice special tea blend. Maybe, I don't drink tea, so I don't know what would go with that, but maybe one of those cute little tea mugs that you set them on to rest your cup. Some of them are like made of fabric and they're filled with like herbs or lavender or something that smells really good when the heat of the cup sits on it. I think that'd be a great little gift. Okay, there's the third one. I actually did it and we have time for a sneak peek. This is your favorite, Rosemary? Okay, yeah, which one is your favorite, everybody? Santa? The Saint Nick one? Or the teacup? You'll have to tell me. In fact, when I post it, I'll ask you guys to vote for your favorite. They're all very fun to make, for sure. Okay, sneak peek time. Put my glue away. Make you wait another second. What time is it? 2:58. Wow, really good timing today. Alrighty. I have to be so careful. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I have to be so careful. Here's a sneak peek. Okay, there's one. And then I don't have the actual paper, so I do have printouts of the paper. How can I show you this? That's the best way. Little corner peek, little corner peek. Okay. And then something brand spanking new, a whole new item coming. Okay. How was that? How was that for a teaser? Wow. That was fun. Yes, Katrina. Yes, indeedy. Okay. Hey, Kathy Trush, I just saw you here. And Deborah says, OMG, I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be a very good year, I think. It was too small, says David. Well, that was the point. That was a very sneaky peek. I yanked it away so fast. Yeah, sorry. That was all I was allowed to do. You know, I'll show you when I can. Great teaser. Okay, good. Okay, good. Alrighty, so I am going to sign off. I'm going to thank you again for all your supportive comments for the big change happening in 2026. And I do apologize that we had that weird interruption in the middle of this video. So hopefully somebody's going to put the two together. I don't know how that's going to work. But thank you so much, you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. And David will be here on Monday. So take care and thanks for watching.